Well, obviously, you take two players out of your lineup who normally give you major minutes, you're going to struggle a little bit. Have to give Lexus a lot of credit. She played 34 minutes, 9 assists, two turnovers. That's a tremendous ratio. Normally, if you told me Lexus played 34 minutes and not score, I wouldn't believe that because she's a tremendous offensive player also. I thought in this game, Natasha Howard was just a beast tonight. She was tremendous. She got the ball in the paint, scored the ball, did a very good job of playing at the rim. Got to give Tasha a lot of credit. She's an unbelievable player. She's had a great career at Florida State. Will continue and going to have a great career at the next level. She is tremendous. So can't take anything from her tonight because our centers weren't missing. They were there. So she played a tremendous game. I thought that offensively, obviously, we didn't shoot a great percentage, but we didn't shoot a terrible percentage from the field. I just thought second half they did a very good job of getting some early leak outs, getting some easy looks at the basket, and then you start getting those kinds of looks in a game that's a 17, 16 point game. You're gonna struggle to kind of make up that balance. But I give them a lot of credit. They played well, and I thought they really pushed tempo and they did the things they needed to do to win. I thought that our kids played hard. They really tried to get after it and compete, but our bodies were just down. I mean, we're down 2 point guards. We ended up playing Britt at the point some and didn't work out for us tonight. But the good thing about it is this conference Thursday, Sunday is great because Sunday's going to be here in a short minute.
Coach, when did you realize that Rachel and Cornelia wouldn't be able to play, and when did you tell Alexis that she was going to get the start tonight?
Well, it was back and forth. I mean, you know how it is when we have sickness. You kind of go through the stage to where you're feeling really bad, and then go to the stage where you feel like you're okay. So really, to be honest, neither one of them were really out until probably a couple hours before the game. You know, so you always try to give someone a chance to recover, and they didn't. So, you know, it's one of those things where if you're down two players, when you're down your starting point guard from last year and your starting point guard from this year, both of those two are starters. You're gonna struggle to get things going. But I thought Pete did a good job for us.
Do you expect them to play on Sunday?
I have no idea. You know how sickness is. I mean, they might be up feeling good right now. So hopefully they are, but we just never know.
Fondren goes down, Coffey goes down, but Lachey Taft stepped up. 5-11 from 3, 18 points in 20 minutes. Were you impressed by her performance today?
Well, Shea can do that. I mean, when Shea comes to play, she's a very good player, and hopefully we can continue to get the effort from her the rest of the year.
Coach, after the Notre Dame loss, how is the week of practice in preparation for this game? And describe the mind state of just having to switch off of that thinking.
Well, it's easy because you're in conference play and you know the games are Sunday, Thursday, but the last couple of days have been a little shoddy because we had some players that were sick. Obviously, Brianna Butler tweaked her ankle in the Notre Dame game, so she didn't really go in practice. So we really didn't have a good week of practice because we didn't have everyone there. So when you don't have your full team there and not able to really practice, you just try to put some things together on the floor with the lineups that you have. I thought early in the game we had some success in the first 8-9 possessions where we got what we wanted. We were up 9-2. We got the shots that we thought we would get, but then they did a very good job making an adjustment of matching up on what I set and did. They did a good job. I gotta give them a lot of credit.
With these past two losses, how important do you think finishing the season strong in the next few weeks is going to be?
Well, it is. I mean, we're 500 in our conference, which is very respectable. We have games left. We have a great opportunity. We're going to go out and win these last games, and we're going to play hard. And we're going to get back tomorrow and figure some things out and try to figure out how we can play without those two if we're in a situation. And obviously, if those two are back or one of them are back, then we're definitely a lot better at that position as far as just having able bodies and legs.
Howard's their top scorer with about 18 points per game, so you knew going in she was going to be a definite threat. But did anything she do surprise you or exceed what you were expecting?
No, Not really. We just fouled her a lot too. You know, she shot 15 free throws of their 26. So that's a ton of free throws. So we just didn't do a very good job of keeping her out of the paint. They run some good stuff to get her looks inside. So again, we get them a lot of credit for running good things to get her looks, and she made the best of her opportunities.
Florida State hasn't really shot well from three this year, but that 8-minute to halftime mark in the first half, they really were knocking down shots. You think that was just them finding their stroke, or did it seem like they were breaking down the zone a little bit?
Well, they got some open looks. It was definitely that too. But I just thought that really that was it. We wanted to play inside out, and they were making about 5 threes a game. I mean, they're shooting 20% behind the arc. I mean, and tonight they shot 66% behind the arc. So that's pretty good.
Coach, how do you regroup from a loss like this and turn around and say, hey, we have a game Sunday?
That's it. Hey, you got a game Sunday. You have no choice but to regroup. You know, we can't forfeit the thing. So we definitely got to play it, right? So that's the good part about sport. You can't not show up, and we're going to show up, and we're going to play hard. We're going to compete. I thought our kids really played hard tonight. I don't think when they laid down, I don't think it was an effort thing. We ran into a team that shot 66% behind the arc, shot 54% from the field, and 80% from the free throw line. It's tough to beat that. Again, we just ran into a Notre Dame team that was very hot. Tonight, Florida State was very hot, and I give them a lot of credit.
A big game, and Alexis certainly had the great assist-to-turnover ratio. Like you said, how beneficial do you think this experience is for getting 34 minutes against a very good team?
Well, it's very beneficial. She plays every night for us, so she's in our guard on rotation, and she will continue to be. Alexis will be very good for us, so it's not a concern of that. But it's just tough having to log those kinds of minutes we're not used to playing those minutes we used to have in some subs getting in and out of the basketball game.
Coach, were you at all upset that Natasha was still on the floor late in the game with such a big lead?
Not really, no. You know, it's like you have to coach your team, and you have to play, and obviously they play 7 players, you know, and they play 7, 8 players. That's their rotation. I don't get into how long people keep players on the floor and how long when they don't. You know, she was in the game. She was very effective. It's our responsibility to stop her, not to say please sub her. You know, we gotta get stops. She can play whoever she want to play for the amount of time that she wants. So that's her right as a coach. So no, not at all concerned about that. She has to coach her team. I got to coach mine. We got to stop players. We can't, you know, wave this flag and say please take her out because she has like 48 and 9 minutes left in the game. Please, can you please take her out? Like, we can't do that. It's not part of the deal. Thank you. Yep.